Harawira. Kia ora, Mr Speaker. To the Minister of Finance, how is the government able to claim its management of the economy is on the right track when Māori youth unemployment continues to be unacceptably high at 22.1%, 22.1%, which is higher than when they took office and nearly 4 times higher than the latest population-wide unemployment rate?
What have you ever done about it?
Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr Speaker, an economy headed in the right direction, including for Māori youth, is one which is growing consistently and generating thousands of more jobs, and we do have one of those economies. There are a number of ways of calculating the rate of unemployment for youth. In the case of the figure the member mentions, for instance, about a third of the 22% are classified as caregivers. However, the number is certainly too high. I'd have to say this government, though, has a good track record of concentrating on those factors which will assist Māori youth to get better access to the labour market, such as getting better results from school, ensuring that our training systems actually give these young people qualifications, not just a place to go to. For instance, NCA Level 2 achievement by Māori school leavers has improved from 44% in 2008 to almost 59% in 2013. We're also supporting them through initiatives such as the Youth Guarantees, New Zealand Apprenticeship, and the very persistent work that the Māori Party has done to introduce Māori trade training, which has provided opportunities for hundreds of young Māori. I think the government, though, would collectively agree this result is not good enough. It's another reason why we need a persistently growing economy and a strong focus on results.
Supplementary question, Honi Harawira.
Does the fact that tens of thousands of Māori have already left our shores in search of jobs in Australia mean that the Māori youth unemployment rate would probably be twice as high as the current rate of 22.1% if they'd all stayed at home?
Honourable Bill English.
Mr Speaker, there's something in the view that as less people leave New Zealand, and a lot less are leaving, it makes it a bit more difficult for those who are here without jobs to find them. I share with the member his concern that too many Māori have left, particularly the far north, and that is why it is good to see that he is taking a bit more of a positive approach to economic development up there. While I respect his view that he's opposed to mining, he does, I understand, work constructively to enable treaty settlements in the far north where several $100 million are waiting in the government's bank account simply for Ngāpuhi to agree to accept it.
Supplementary question, Honi Harawira.
What kind of future can young Māori possibly have in Aotearoa when the statistics show that they are destined for long-term, consistently high levels of unemployment under national? And why has this government, along with its friends in the Māori Party, failed so spectacularly to address the appalling racism inherent in these figures?
Well, Mr Speaker, I think the difference between the National Party and the Māori Party on the one hand and that member and his fellow travellers in the Labour Party is we do not accept that that is the destiny of young Māori. And it doesn't matter how many statistics he quotes, it doesn't matter what the track record has been, this government has committed to changing that trajectory, starting right from participation in early childhood through to higher levels achievement in secondary school. But that is the difference. We do not accept that being a poor Māori from the far north means you're destined to no hope. We have set out on the path to give them hope, and I particularly compliment the Māori Party on its efforts in that respect.
Supplementary question, the Honourable Nanaia Mahuta.
In light of that response, is it acceptable that the rate of Māori youth not in employment, education or training has stagnated under his government at 21.9%, and this compounds the fact that long-term unemployment trends for young Māori is the brighter future that they can look forward to under a national government?
Honourable
Mr. Speaker, no, it isn't acceptable, and that is why this government has worked. That is why this government has worked very hard to undo all the damage the last government did by wasting hundreds of millions of dollars on training that took people nowhere and giving young people false hope that if they went along to some course that they would get a job. In fact, I invite the members to go and talk to all the people involved in Youth Guarantee, the youth services, the pipeline work that's been done, the trades academies, the Maori trade training, and they will tell those members this government has done more than any previous government. In fact, those members criticise the Minister for Education for trying too hard and going out and pushing schools to actually teach these kids.
Order.
We're proud of our efforts, but there's a lot more to come.
Question number 12, Honourable Trevor Mallard.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the